Back in 2016, I recorded a vlog entitled How to Move from Your Head to Your Heart. And still to this day, as the kids these days say, it's a total banger and it gets heaps of hits per month and still drives leads to my website and to my work. So today I'm revisiting that vlog and I'm going to update it and I'm going to add some additional practices and some nuance and some of the things that I've learned along the way in the last 9 years as of today's recording. So I hope you enjoy it and stick to the end because there are some seriously powerful needle mover tips for you to actually get you into your heart. The comments under my original video are overwhelmingly about how people were like, this actually tells you how. It doesn't just tell you the what and doesn't just tell you the why, it tells you the how. And that's what we're going to do in this video. First of all, I want to talk about why it matters. Why does it matter that you move from your head to your heart? There are so many reasons why it matters, but I'm going to cover off on 3 very, very important ones. First of all, your heart is over 100 times more powerful magnetically than your brain, than your head. So the field that it produces is so powerful, and this interacts with the quantum realm in a way that I will explain more shortly. But you want to turn on the power of your electromagnetism. Now, if you're purely in your head and you're operating just from here, and you have that lollipop woman syndrome, or like, as I refer to, the Western woman syndrome of inhabiting purely just this realm of real estate in your body, you are only tapping just a minute amount of your actual power as a human being. You are only connecting the electro part of your electromagnetic capacity. When you turn your heart on, when you inhabit your heart space, you're actually creating your magnetism, which is 100 times at least. Some people even argue 5,000 times more, but I'm just going to go with the conservative number. 100 times more powerful than the electric signal that is sent by your brain. The second reason why you want to move from your head to your heart is because your heart coherence, so actually establishing presence in your heart portal, influences your brain and your mind and actually allows for it to create coherence. So your brain waves can either be staticky, mismatchy, and just, sort of picture that graph kind of going up and down and like frenetic, constantly distracted kind of waves. But if you actually connect into your heart will help your brain cohere. You will think more clearly, you will focus more easily, and you will create so much more potentiality in your day-to-day life because you're not constantly being distracted by everything because your heart is cohering your brain. And the third reason why you really want to make that journey from your head to your heart and inhabit it fully is because this is a point of consciousness that connects to every other point of consciousness in existence. And not only that, your heart space, when you inhabit it, begins to influence the quantum field. It begins to influence the outside world. So instead of you trying to muscle and manipulate your way through life just purely from your mind and sort of working from this way out into the world, when you activate your heart center, when you cohere your heart space with your brain, you begin to interact with the quantum aspects of the outside world. And this is when you start to create synchronicity, you start to create the coincidences, people come into your life that are aligned, opportunities land in your lap, abundance begins to flow. All of those so-called magical manifesting things begin to happen just as a day-to-day occurrence and less so something that just kind of occasionally drops in like a miracle. Your heart space and inhabiting it is what creates that. So let's dive into the how behind inhabiting your heart space. First point, Embodiment through aligned movement. And what do I mean by aligned movement? I literally mean things that you enjoy to do movement-wise. So, some people call it exercise, whatever. Find something in a way that you enjoy moving your body. And it might just be lying on the floor rolling around, right? But pick something. Dance, yoga, walking, running, any kind of movement where you can connect into the presence within your body. And while you are moving, create awareness within one place within your body. And that might be your heart space, or just begin to scan through your body as you're moving and connect into any space that you can feel presence within yourself. Start to move. You can even practice it now. Just move a little bit and feel where in your body you can connect to. And while you're doing that, allow for yourself to bridge this gap between the thinking mind and the being presence, right? So you're not just thinking about what you're doing, you're engaging your body and you're connecting, you're anchoring into a sense of feeling, which then creates the being awareness. And as you do this, just breathe with it and feel whether or not you can draw a cord, wherever that is, to your heart space. And so even if you just tap that briefly for a few moments in time, you're going to start to send energy to your heart portal, to your heart space, and this will continue to build presence in your heart. Point number 2, a seriously simple but effective technique. Place your hand on your heart, close down your eyes, envision or sense, whichever one you can do, a point that is 2 inches or 3 inches or so within your body from where your hand meets your chest. And breathe and be with that point of presence within your body. This is something that you can do anywhere, at any place, at any point. Breathe, be present, and even if the sensation that you meet there is numbness or nothingness, trust that as you place your hand here and the powerful energy centers that are meeting each other, the hand energy centers and the heart energy centers, the two of them will begin to create an energetic field. You'll continue to build the energetic weight of this area and just connect in. And while you're watching this, your mirror neurons in your body and in your energetic field, the energetic field capacity that you have, is going to be connecting in with my body and my energy field. So this is going to help you as you watch to connect in to your own heart space. So breathe and be with me. And start to sense and feel just a little flutter of energy in your heart space. And as you do this, your heart portal will continue to draw more and more energy to it. And you'll begin to feel a growing presence within your heart. The third practice, the third how-to practice. Get some body work. Lomi Lomi or Kahuna Heartworks massage is amazing. Somatic feeling therapy is amazing. Any kind of massage and body work, fascia release, kind of connection to your body that is facilitated by somebody else, an expert, is going to help you to clear away the density, particularly trauma that's held in your fascia. And it will help to clear some space for you to be able to sense more of your body, more presence in your body. When I started doing these practices over probably 12, 13 years ago now, I recall increased sensitivity within my body, within the body vehicle, particularly in my feet area, particularly in my the lower parts of my body, that I hadn't been able to access previously, like a real sense of presence in these parts of my body. Now I feel presence in every part of my body. And this is because I've activated my personal light grid, which is the process that I take people through. It's my step-by-step guided process that you can access whenever you want. Just grab it in the link in my bio and create the light points, the light anchor points that move energy through your body, so much so that you feel your little toe at the same time as your knee, at the same time as your ear, at the same time as your little cell in your neck. There is so much presence that you can establish in your body as you do body work and use something like the personal light grid activation process to really begin to create a deepening presence in your body, which then allows for your heart space to open as well. It comes along with it. I also highly recommend doing something like a morning heart activation. And this I encourage you to do as soon as you wake up, just as you are awakening into theta brainwave state, which is that moment between delta and your awakening state, your delta sleep, and then you're moving through theta for just like a few seconds into a minute or so, and then you move into more like your alpha beta brainwave states. So start to, when you have awareness, when you wake up, place your hand on your heart again, breathe with it, and just drop "I love you" into this space. I love you. You are safe. I'm here for you. Just drop that into your heart space. And this can be hard. This can be something that is really confronting for people who have lower self-esteem and struggle with accepting their own love. And if that's the case, I have two little hacks for you. One is to envision somebody else that you really love. Somebody else, it could be a pet, it could be a member of your family, it could be a friend, it could be a beloved partner. Envision them. Feel the love you have for them, and then push it in, redirect it into your heart space, and feel that love just as a presence within yourself. And the second quick little hack is to take a cup, a glass, and pour some water into it, or make a tea or whatever you like to drink in the morning. Take it, place it over your heart space and with your hands around it, and do that same practice. Feel the love that you feel for somebody else or anything that you have been able to establish connection with and that you just feel so much love for. Breathe and allow for it to go into the liquid. And as you do this, you actually shift the water molecules to orient to love. And if you're unfamiliar with Masaru Emoto's work or Veda Austin's work, I highly recommend you go and check it out. But this is proven. It's proven that you, and the miracle of water is, I can't even begin to tell you how many miracles water actually is responsible for. But just trust me, give it a go, send love into the liquid that you drink in the morning, and then give it a drink. And that entering your body is going to create more sensations of love from the inside out, and it will help to build the connection to your heart space as well. My final little tip, and this is such a powerful one that takes a little bit of practice. Takes a little bit of practice to get into, but once you get it, this is going to help you connect to your true soul path, to your intuition, and to the direction that you need to be moving in. And that is taking heart-led decisions. So I think most of us are quite familiar with taking very head-based, mind-based, rational decisions. And that's fine for, occasionally, and obviously we use executive functioning for many things in our life. But begin to practice heart-led decision making. And this involves the tuning in, and instead of thinking things through, feeling things through. And so you will already be receiving information from your heart field in response to stimulus. And it could be somebody asking you to go to an event or go do something, say, on the weekend. And your first response is usually coming from your heart space. It's usually coming from that kind of feeling, sense of knowing that something is for you or is not for you. And it can be subtle and it can be a little bit quiet, but it will be there. And then usually what happens, particularly if you're empathic, particularly if you are people pleasing and in a space of kind of that pattern of overriding that sensation, you will let your mind, your rationality and your sort of calculations of, does this make sense? Does this not make sense? You'll have that come into play and override that initial heart-based sensation. So my invitation here is to begin to attune and feel into a decision as opposed to constantly thinking about a decision. So the next time you have somebody ask you something, or you think about, I even use the word so much, it's that ingrained. But say you're looking at your calendar and you're trying to sense what's right for you and what's not, let yourself feel what that initial response is, and crucially, back it. Back it and continue to back your heart-led decisions, even if sometimes they don't make sense, even if sometimes it feels completely irrational and like you shouldn't be doing this. Begin to practice allowing for your heart to lead, and you will begin to increase the energy and the presence that is within your heart field. And that is what continues to build the power of your heart and the presence within your heart. Because I cannot begin to tell you the beautiful sense of relief, and I think the word is safety. The feeling of safety that I feel in my body, having turned on my heart, having turned on all of my light anchor points, that sensation of presence, deep presence to what's going on in my system, it's enabled me to be the safe place to land within my body, within myself. And there is nothing on earth that I think can compete with feeling safe in our bodies, feeling really present, letting ourselves completely land here in our hearts. And the positive upshot of that is that there is so much beauty to be created and experienced in our world when we take this longest journey from the head to the heart space and begin to inhabit that fully. So I invite you to play with these practices. I would love to hear if you yourself have done any of them or have any additional suggestions to make. Please share them with me in the comments below. If you're one of those people who watched my original video, thank you so much. I love it. I will also paste that in here as well, so you can have a look at baby Carly from over 9 years ago now. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please consider liking it, subscribing. I'll be here weekly giving you more and more value via these YouTube videos. I'm so thankful for your presence. Thank you so much for being with me. Bye.